Welcome back to, and today's topic, I really wanted to talk about the whole idea of life imitates art. You see those posts on Instagram where it's like, this lady looks like a modern Renaissance painting. This flower looks so beautiful. You're wrong. Eh. Big red buzzer, incorrect noise. It's the other way around. Art imitates life. Never forget that. Art comes from life. A lot of artists nowadays fail to realize this. They don't live. And it's so frustrating to see. How are you going to convey your experiences? How are you going to convey your emotions when you don't have any? Genuine question. That's like asking someone who has never had cake before to bake you a cake. That's dog shit. I don't want that. Like, it just doesn't make sense. Go outside, live your life. You are so special, and your unique perspective gives you a different spin. No one has the same experience, even if they go through the same events. Put that in your art. Don't put how you want people to view that experience. Put it how you view it. A walk can change your life, you know, because you're living that. How is a person going to describe a sunset if they've never seen one? How is a person going to write about having their heart broken when they can't even talk to a girl, let alone go outside? How? So you can't sit there and say that art imitates, that life imitates art. Because without life, you wouldn't have art. Cave paintings, what were they of? The world around them. The Renaissance taught us that we had to capture things in a much more realistic way. We started adding perspective. We started adding geometry and much stronger um, aspects to art. You started getting some crazy detail. You started getting 3-point perspective. You started getting layers. You started getting all these things that you think of when you think of art now. You want to know how they thought of that? They had a life. They went outside. They experienced things. So what's stopping you? You know? Even going back to my original example of the Instagram or TikTok post where it's like, this person resembles a Renaissance painting. It's a lady falling asleep on a subway train. How do you think they captured that image? They went outside and lived. Like, it's just so absurd to me. The reason we have copycats, the reason why we have unoriginal art, is because people are too afraid to live and express their own emotions and their own experiences and their own anything. But I like the way Basquiat paints. Yeah, but Basquiat painted because that's how he saw the world. How do you see it? It sure as hell is not as the same way Basquiat sees it. And if you genuinely feel that, oh, this person conveys my message better than I can, that's not true. But if that really is the case, use the 3% rule. And for those of you who are not familiar with the 3% rule, Virgil Abloh, the late and great, talked about how To innovate or to even change something, you need to take an idea and change 3% of it. That's it. I'm actually going to double check that. I want to make sure I got the number right. Yeah, 3%. That's all it takes. So, what are you doing copying another person? And if you feel that you can't do the 3% rule, I mean, in music, I use the 3-person rule. I talked about it earlier where it's like, I, if I listen to one artist a lot, it'll reflect in the song I make. So I've decided anytime I like listen to music, there has to be at least 3 artists that are playing, because then those 3 get their like styles mixed in, and that's what comes out from here. Live. There's like, it is so simple, but it is so much harder than you think, because some people just are afraid to live. I'm not asking you to make art at this point. I'm just saying go outside, make connections, do things. When you're 80 and your grandchildren are like, "Oh, grandma, grandpa, what did you do?" Shit, little Timmy. I doom scrolled on Instagram. I saw some crazy Instagram baddies. What the hell? Get out of here. That makes no sense. Grandma, grandpa, what did you do? Yeah, we used to go out in town at night with all my friends. We would go party. We would go do things. We went on a hike in the woods one time. We did this. We did that. Do things. And if doing things themselves is not enough motivation, then the stories you get from them can be your motivation. And if stories aren't enough, it's about just living life to your fullest. Life is art. Make art. You only get so much time. Why are you wasting it behind a screen? Life is art. You need to get up. You need to look. The sky is blue and it turns pink. And you're telling me that I should sit inside and stare at a screen? The ocean has waves that crash. The shores are sandy, and you're telling me I need to sit outside? The birds sing every morning, and you're telling me I need to stay inside? The grass is green. The roses are fragrant. The bees are buzzing. There's cars zooming. Just go outside, live life. And if you can't go outside, do something productive. And I'm not saying like, start a business. I'm just saying do something you're proud of. Because in 60 years, when your grandchildren ask, what did you do at the ripe old age of 18 to 25? I would just get up at like 3 p.m. I'd doom scroll Instagram until my mom told me to get out of bed. And yeah, I don't even know how to wash the dishes. What? 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 And the crazy part is there are people like this. And I really hope you are watching this video and realizing that you need to do something. Make art. And by that I mean live life, because life is art. Art imitates life. I've probably had a video about this already, but it is just such a pressing topic in my eyes that I'll make 20 more. You just go do that thing. Live. You are so special and your perspective is special. Why are you wasting it on how you feel about a reel? Live. Follow your dreams. Achieve them. Mic drop. All right. And with that, I will see you on the next episode.